sweltering heats of the Mojave Desert, to the unpredictable habitat of Tanzania's Serengeti, to the murky depths of the Mariana Trench, to the exhilarating heights of Mount Kilimanjaro, you have the pleasure of listening to From Chicago to Dummast, the Dummast Podcast.
Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your boy Ice Cold. You have made it to the Dummast Podcast. Today I got Excelsior 24 and I got C, Nina, Mayo. What is up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's going on, man? How's everybody doing?
I'm good. What about y'all? What y'all been up to?
Nothing much, man.
Chilling.
What was the noise? Wait.
That was me.
Backtrack a little bit. Whoa.
Listen,
What is that? What that mean?
Got kind of hectic here for a minute, you know.
it did. And I pulled off the save of the century for real. Hustled my ass the hell off.
Hustle.
Everything good.
Hustle.
Everything
back
to normals.
That's cool. That's good. I know it got hectic over there for y'all, so it's all good. But shit, let's move on. Let's get away from all that hectic.
Hectic
shit.
Man.
But I'm trying to.
It wouldn't be hectic if listen, the state of Pennsylvania is taking like 3 years and 1,700 days to fucking approve my license. They are killing me right now.
My drink.
So for the audience that's listening to the show, or the few people that hop on and listen to us, we got probably like 5 subscribers. But what kind of license are we talking about?
It is an insurance license to sell whole life insurance. But I can't legally go on payroll without my license. So all the work I'm doing, I'm only getting like a third of what I would normally be getting.
Ooh,
I know, right? I know. And because they taking unusually long, I'm fucking hanging in the fucking
It is the state. State level shit just don't move like it should.
Don't, and it's pissing me off. I'm like, y'all do know y'all holding me up for making money, right? Like, y'all hurting my pockets.
Crazy.
Yeah. So Excelsior, what's up, man? What's been up with you, man?
Not too much, man. Trying to figure out how to grow my Discord. Been trying to pump out some more content, but it's been kind of hot lately, so like it's been sporadic, but still.
What you been playing lately? What you been playing lately?
I just finished Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is a beautiful fucking game. If you haven't played it and you have a PS5, I recommend you play it.
I've seen it. It does look good. I've seen it because that was like one of the first games that
it was on PlayStation 1, bro.
Yeah, but didn't they put that on Xbox?
The remake?
Yeah.
No.
It's I'm thinking of something
PlayStation
else.
right now.
I'm thinking of something else. That was one of the games they were demoing.
I think Final Fantasy VII, the original version, is on.
That might be what I'm talking about.
It's
back when they first was letting people know that the games that were the older games, now you can play at a higher refresh rate.
Rate and so it was, better zoning, better lighting and shit like that. It looks good on the I played it a little bit on Game Pass just to like fuck around and see what was up with it. It's pretty good. But the one for PlayStation don't look too bad either. So I bought that like when I had a PlayStation 3. So I still own the license and all of that from then. Like when they revamped the whole PlayStation Plus thing, I got to keep my purchases from PS3. Gotcha. So that was one of my purchases. Bully was one of my purchases I got to keep from PS3.
Bully. I love that game.
Yeah.
I so love that game.
Yep. But I ain't gonna get too much into the intro. I am gonna talk about my vacation a little bit, but I know
as you should.
I was gonna ask. I saw all them plates, man. Listen, I just
what you say? Saw those what?
Them plates.
Oh, the food.
Oh man,
the food is good. So yeah, Dominican Republic, that's like a second home to Chicago is my first home, Virginia my second home, and Bonao, Dominican Republic is my third home. That's we got a place out there, we got a spot out there. It's beautiful, man. Just to go to a place where you like it just looks totally different from like America, where the norm. It's like a paradise, man. All these beautiful trees, and you can eat right off the tree. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You grab something off the tree, whether it's a mango or I really don't. A lot of stuff my family eat that I don't eat, but there are some things I will eat. Like,
I remember we talked about that.
Yes, we did.
I remember we talked about that. The
whole
fruit thing.
Yeah, I mean, we got to go to beaches, beautiful Clearwater beaches, white sand beaches. We got to go to the resort. We got to we went horse riding. Man, we did some of everything. We did some of everything.
I saw a lot of them pictures. They looked really, really good. Whatever camera you were using, use that mug all the time. That shit looked great.
That was my iPhone.
No shit. That's really damn good.
No, I had my D750.
Okay.
I had my iPhone. So between the D750 and iPhone, which picture are you talking about?
Like there were ones where y'all were like by a pool, and I saw like water splashing and stuff. You could see the individual drops of water. Like that looked really dope.
No, I just know how to do that on my iPhone, and I got like applications.
That was dope.
I told you the only thing the iPhone is.
But then like it looked like I don't know.
The iPhone got a really good. The iPhone as for a phone, iPhone has a really good camera. Like,
okay,
that
picture of you on the horse looked dope, and then it looked like y'all might have been like on a safari or a ride or something. I couldn't tell, but I saw like a lot of pictures.
I took a cinematic shot of my son on a horse, and it just looks, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. Then I got some depth of field shots, and a lot of video, a lot of good video. So if people want to check out how some of how my vacation went. You can go over to me and my son's channel, Sons of Dummast, and check out episode. Yeah, check out Sons of Dummast episode. I think it's 15 or 16. I think it's 16. Let me check right quick. It's either 15 or 16. Sons of Dummast. But check out the last one where you can see a lot of what we did and what we got into. See some of those beautiful shots. I mean, it's I just love it out there. I love it out there. And to be honest, the pictures we took, the movies we took, the videos we took don't even do it justice. I mean,
and y'all went to like a wedding or something out there too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Wedding out there. Yeah. We were standing in a wedding. Yeah.
Everybody looked fly in that joint.
Yeah. And yes, it was episode 16. So check that out. Sons of Dummast, episode 16. So like I said, I didn't want to spend too much on the intro because we have a lot of hot topics. First,
a lot of hot ones.
A lot of hot
off the
topics.
Press. Hot off the press.
Hot off the press. I think 45 is a spy, bro.
He gotta be. Listen. Really? At this point, I'm expecting everything. Like what? Everybody attached to this dude is getting investigated, bro. Are you peeping this? Like this is crazy.
The man had classified nuclear files that's not supposed to leave a room. So here's the thing: when you access these files,
vagina for that,
you can't search these files. They're not on a computer.
No,
these are actual documents.
They're documents they're not supposed to leave a room.
Right?
He had tons of that shit in his home.
You can get it declassified, then it can leave, but that shit that he had was never getting declassified to leave. That shit was never getting declassified.
A president can't declassify that type of material by himself.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's not possible.
By himself, no, exactly.
But here's the thing: the fact that they were out of the room means you ain't in compliance. He had the shit in his house.
The moment he stepped toe out that room,
he was out. Yeah, that's crazy.
The shit belongs in a skiff.
I don't think he's a spy. I don't think he's a spy.
That dude is a spy. Okay, what was he doing? What do you think he was doing with this information?
Have y'all forgotten?
He is a.
Say it again, Excel. He is a what?
Descendant of pimps.
Listen, The man is a high-class businessman.
Okay.
That is leverage. What are you talking about?
What? Leverage for what? Keep going.
He's trying to get back in.
I know all your secrets.
Okay.
And if y'all don't let me do X,
I know
Y,
some
Z,
secrets that you don't know.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, what do you specifically tell me? What do you think he's going to use this for?
Blackmail. They all up in his
blackmail. Who?
Any and everybody. He can shit the entire country if he could.
That sounds like a spy to me.
I mean, sound like some espionage shit.
Yes, that sounds like espionage. Like
it really is classified as espionage. I'm just saying.
Hey, I mean, I guess espionage and treason.
He would be worse than he would be labeled worse than Snowden. I'm just telling you.
Just think of all that stuff he was talking about Hillary. Oh, yeah. Hillary's emails. Here's the thing.
And then all the skeletons in his closet, which are.
Here's the thing. We don't know what emails or what Hillary had on her computer.
We don't.
No.
We don't know what's in Hunter Biden's laptop. We don't know what's in Hunter Biden's laptop.
That's true.
But we know that you had classified nuclear. He could have had launch codes or some shit.
That's where I was at. Yeah. When I heard that, I was like, "Oh my!"
It's no way you can tell me. It's no way you can tell me he had that shit with good intentions. It's no way you can explain that to me. It's no way you can have that shit in your house for a good reason.
It's like you're supposed to check what shit were out you at the library and you didn't go through the proper channels.
Here's this. Everybody's answer. Everybody's asking the wrong question. Everybody's asking the wrong question. Is this and is this that? No, ask the right question. Why do you have this shit? Who are you talking to?
Is he gonna be prosecuted? That's the
question. Right, because somebody with that much shit, you got to be afraid to prosecute, because he can sit across the table from you and smile with the biggest smile on his face,
because you don't know what the fuck he actually really has.
Exactly,
bro. They'll put one in this dude's head before he even
so quick.
They will put one in this dude's head before we even get to that. Bro, listen, I have to believe right now.
The body won't even stink.
Okay, so if they knew he had this for what, a year, he hasn't been.
I would say more than that, because
when did he left office in January of last year?
If they knew he had it before then, though, like who's to say he didn't have it?
No, what I'm saying is, okay, when he left office. They already said
he had the opportunity to put it back or bring it back. I guess is what.
This has been going on for a while. If you remember, I remember it when they said, "Hey, you need to bring these documents back."
Yeah,
and they said he was flushing shit down the toilet and shit like that.
I'm just trying to figure. Yeah, but I get you, Paul.
What I'm saying,
I get you.
What I'm saying is, if they either just finding out he had that shit, or if they knew it, they probably was sitting back trying to figure out what the fuck he gonna do with it.
That's where I'm at. Like where I'm at. I'm thinking they knew he had it.
Yeah.
And they looking back, like they sitting back, like waiting on him to do something. Like, and I think that's why he got the big media barrage like he got too.
Well, see,
I think that's why he probably had that shit for a while, bro.
Like, they already spotted foreign nationals trying to get into Mar-a-Lago. So on some spy shit right there.
Wow.
So I don't know, man. This shit. I'm scared. I'm legit scared, because like, what if he's already bargained that shit away?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know what the fuck he did.
These are fucking files. You can fucking you can put that shit on a printer and make copies of that shit.
Printer. Fuck a printer.
You can take a picture of the shit.
Fuck a printer. What?
So my thing
bro,
is,
you can make a whole PDF on your phone now.
If I'm Merrick Garland, I'm like, fuck the MAGA mob. Bring that motherfucker in, and we need to put the fucking light on this motherfucker's eyeball right off his fucking forehead. They're gonna
waterboard. They're gonna waterboard Trump. They're gonna waterboard Trump like they did in Civil War.
Right.
Shut up.
They're gonna hang him upside down and fill the sink.
I don't know, man. If this shit don't scare a motherfucker, if this shit don't scare people.
December 3rd, 1963.
If this shit don't scare people, then I don't know. I don't
know if it should exactly scare you, like you should be scared to like go outside and type shit, but it should definitely have you cautious as fuck. But at the same time, this is my thing too, right? I'm sorry, Nina, and I hate to be like this, but when you get somebody that rich, that full of motherfucking power, and then you done gave him the presidency of the United States, you know, this motherfucker balls got as big as the moon that day. So he was waiting to do some shit like this, bro. I think this was his plan the whole time.
But here's the thing.
It's crazy.
It's not just that. That's just what we know.
He was and
there's other files he had that he
this is not the only shit he had. Oh yeah, definitely.
This is just a tip of the iceberg, like this.
But that's what I was alluding back to. That's why I was like, look at everybody around him getting stung too by the motherfucking bee. It's motherfuckers they knew that had information. They was at their door the next day after they said their name in a hearing. They was like, oh no, we're going to go knock their door down right the fuck now, right now.
All right,
so listen. Y'all ever noticed? Wait a minute.
Oh, go ahead, Nina. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Have y'all ever? It's okay. Have y'all ever noticed that the government don't go after nobody the right way until they too big for their motherfucking britches?
They take all these side streets to try and get to them, and then they end up missing on some.
You got small time towns. You got small time towns with bad cops, bad judges, signing fake documents and framing certain criminals here and there. But when it comes to getting motherfuckers like Al Capone and Donald Trump, they got to get them the legal way, because if they don't, they'll slip through the motherfucking cracks. They're too big. So if they catch him, the fact that he has those documents is treason alone. So if they catch him in more treasonous acts, that is grounds enough to literally bend him over and tear him a new one. Entire life, take everything he owned, investigate, for real.
That point too.
Spotlight. You want the light in the eyeball? Well, that's what's gonna get him.
They need to start treating these people the way they would treat us. Let me or you have some fucking class.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro. These
are black ass wouldn't see the light of
white collar crimes. Is what they're
our
considered.
black asses wouldn't see the light of it.
Never.
And I get it. Yes, he's the former president, so you got to kind of treat him with kid gloves, because you don't want to. And we did see that they went crazy when we didn't know what was going on, and they did a raid on his house.
They knew though.
The fucking far right.
I think they knew.
Bananas, bro. Yeah. They went bananas. They thought the world was over. They were talking about World War III or Civil War.
Listen,
even one of the, and then you had an idiot running
was
to the
a witch
FBI.
Hunt and all this other bullshit. But it was wild, bro.
It was a dude that ran up in the FBI building with a AK style or the assault style
rifle. Right.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why they trying to treat it with give them the white glove treatment. That's why they trying to use the white glove treatment, because they know it's a sensitive. But I think right now it's beyond that. Like when you go to national, when you become a national security threat, you yank his ass in like his name was fucking Excelsior 24.
Straight
Donald
up,
Trump, bro.
Dead
you yank
ass.
his ass in there.
Straight up,
like, hey, bro, who the
that
fuck
shit
were
you
you
had
talking
said
to?
and picked up? Yeah.
So let's just go to list. Let's just go down the list of all these fucking issues. He got a
lot.
He got a civil trial in New York. He got a criminal trial in New York with that with the
January 6th shit.
No, the New York shit where he would falsely not appraising, but the value of those properties and shit. Like
that.
You got the January 6th shit with the January 6th committee, but then you have another DOJ. They're looking into it too. So,
and you've been impeached twice.
And you've been impeached twice, but now
we're not even.
Oh no, we're not even talking about Atlanta. Atlanta has a case with him.
I forgot about that.
So they got an ongoing case, and that might be the one that get him. But but now he's being investigated.
Listen, you got files, classified files.
No. The former president of the United States is being investigated for espionage.
And at the bottom,
he's a spy. Like he's being investigated for being a spy, bro.
Kids today would call him a bot. He's a bot.
And all the way at the bottom of the federal barrels is the IRS looking into your non-paying taxes.
Yeah, and that kind of spills over into the whole. I feel like Donald Trump got Vince McMahon caught.
This thing
all right, so let's just go ahead and pick. Let's go ahead and make that jump. All right, so I feel
like Trump got Vince caught. I really do.
You think Trump?
I really fucking do.
Well, if you look at what they found,
this is a hard jump, bro. This is a hard.
It's a hard jump. It is. I'm sorry.
That's a hard reach, bro.
Look at all the money that's connected between Vince McMahon and the Donald Trump Foundation. It's too much. It's way too much.
Every time Donald Trump has been on WWE television, he has gotten a donation to his foundation, right? The same foundation he used to run for presidency. Just saying, right?
When was the last time Donald Trump was on WWE program?
It's been like 2016, maybe 20.
He was not. No, he was president in 2016. So
my bad. 2020.
It's probably been like 2010,
2012, something like that.
It's been like 12 years, bro.
Maybe the hair thing was the last thing he was on. I'm not sure, but I know he's been on there and he's made appearances, not just like going in the ring and stuff like that, but backstage and stuff like that. So every time, they have an interaction,
I'm sorry,
they get some money.
This sounds so far-fetched to me.
This goes into Donald Trump not paying taxes. It also helps WWE because they're not paying taxes on that money too. So now you're getting investigated because you're not paying taxes on the money. You're not reporting the money. Basically,
it's a donation.
It's a donation. So something's going on. Either Vince is recording the money saying that you got it, or you're not recording the money saying you didn't get it. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a whole thing. And then not on top of that, his wife was in the cabinet too.
Yeah.
Bro, he's a bot, bro. He's a bot. I'm telling you.
All right. Well, since we're on Vince McMahon, we'll move from Trump and we will talk about Vince McMahon. So it's been almost a month since we did a podcast. So I think the last thing we talked about is Vince being investigated. Well, it comes out that Vince McMahon was forced to resign from his position as CEO
and head of creative. So now they've moved on from Vince McMahon, which is shocking. I mean, that in itself. I mean, we talked about this before. You could talk about Hulk Hogan and Rock Stone. This
Cold,
earlier podcast,
Ultimate
we talked
Warrior.
about this. We was like, he gonna be kicking. He gonna be damn near on his grave before he go. Type shit.
I mean, that's his life.
We've talked about this. We definitely talked about this.
Well, the reason why it's so shocking to me, like I said, you could talk about all the greats. Nobody is bigger than Vince McMahon. He took wrestling to where nobody ever thought it would go. Absolutely. And the fact that he's not, he has no power in it no more is shocking to me. Like, how do y'all feel about that?
I'm like, I guess I'm shocked in the fact that he resigned because I know Vince is a fighter, and Vince he ain't the type of person to take allegations and shit lying down. You see. After he got accused, he was on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown.
He was on like 4 or 5 straight.
Yeah, like Vince McMahon don't give a damn about nothing. And I've said this before too, and I know it's like a harsh take, or people will view it a different way, but he's a billionaire, and I've expected him to have scandals. So the fact that it didn't came out is not shocking to me. The fact that he resigned is what's shocking. And like you said, he's responsible for so many names that I know. He's responsible for at least 4 generations of wrestling. And
I was naming those names because those are when you think of wrestling, when you take a non-wrestling fan, who don't know nothing about wrestling. If you show them Hulk Hogan, they know who Hulk Hogan is. If you show them Rock, they know who Rock. If you show them the Undertaker, they might know who the Undertaker is.
Oh yeah.
If you show them Stone Cold, they might know who Stone Cold is. If you show anybody Vince McMahon, they know who Vince McMahon is. Definitely. He is that polarizing where you will know who that is and not even be a wrestling fan. He is mainstream. He is a mainstream figure. And to me, he is on that Mount Rushmore when it comes,
is.
not as a wrestler, but when it comes
No.
to
As like
the business.
Yep.
Like, you know, WWE is the trendsetter. Everybody follows them. When it's WrestleMania, wherever WrestleMania is,
it's
all
a
the
lot
other
of shows
smaller
around it.
They put all their shows around it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want that. They
want a piece of that.
They want that trickle down.
Yeah. And it happens too. It happens.
Yeah. So that's why it's a big. That's why it's so big for me. Like
there will never be a bigger heel in wrestling bigger than Vince McMahon.
No, I mean, just look how he changed it.
He is the best heel ever.
He is the first. I mean, back in the day when most people didn't know Vince McMahon was McMahon.
Running the company, right?
He was the announcer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was ring announcing.
Yeah. With Gorilla Monsoon.
Yeah.
And Macho Man.
Right. And they had the angle where, you know, well, not an angle. You had the Montreal screw job, and he became more than an announcer. He became
the CEO.
He became the boss that everybody hated, and you wanted to kick his ass.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there changed
Stone Cold.
That right there changed the business again.
Mm-hmm.
So you had the what do you call that? The golden era of wrestling with Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant.
I feel like that's not even the golden era. I feel like that's like the beginning. You got to call that like the bronze era. Like,
no, they call it the golden. That's the golden era.
They do.
The attitude
right.
Era.
I say the attitude era is really the golden era. That to me is really
that's suggestive. But that's suggestive. But they do call that part the golden era and the next.
Right. No, I definitely agree with that. I'm just saying, like, I feel like those guys that were doing it before the attitude era, I feel like they did something way different in terms of what they do with the attitude era and now. Like, it's completely different. And I'm not shitting on them either. I'm saying, like, they made, to me, those guys, the earlier guys in the 80s and the 70s, the 60s, those guys made it acceptable to be like a wrestling fan, or, you know, but Hulk Hogan and them, they took it worldwide and just
like, they made it mainstream.
They doubled down on it, like, nah, this is us. We're gonna be in movies, we're gonna be in video, music videos, you know, books and stuff like that, cartoons. So, like I said, I feel like that should be called the bronze era, because I feel like those are the guys that put wrestling like on the map, and then
cemented the
Hogan and them just lit the dynamite that was already there, you know.
Right. Well,
but we wouldn't have any of that without Vince, dog.
No,
like, we would have none of it.
If you see Vince. How wrestling was back before Vince was Vince, when he first bought the WWE from his father, there were territories. There were wrestling territories, Mid-South, World Championship Wrestling, World Class,
and they were
wrestling.
managed by the promoters.
You're right. So you had territories. What Vince McMahon did was pretty much buy all the he bought all the TV rights from those territories. So everything flowed towards the WWE.
And they said one of the jobber dudes, I saw like this documentary on this shit and shit. It's on like A&E or something, but he said he paid all the promoters too. Like he got them TV deals. Vince McMahon went through and paid every single promoter that was the top promoters in those territories. He paid them. And they didn't turn down the money either.
They didn't, so, but when he did that, he killed the territories. He literally killed the territories.
He definitely did.
He killed the territories. So literally
and this is mine.
Right. So
I mean, he cleaned up.
Yeah. So when you said Florida Championship Wrestling, no, it ain't no Florida Championship Wrestling. He bought the TV rights. So instead of broadcasting the Florida Championship Wrestling, they broadcast the WWF.
Yep.
So if
y'all want a job, y'all can come audition.
That right there is the first change that killed the territories, but actually changed the business. So everybody focused on WWF. Then now you guess what? Now you're coming out with WrestleMania. He did WrestleMania. I think it might have been WrestleMania 2 or 3, where WrestleMania was done at 3 different locations.
Yeah,
and on the same day.
Then like it fell off. It wasn't an every year thing at first either. It kind of fell off. Well, I mean, didn't it like fall off for like a couple years or fall off for like a year or something?
It's been WrestleMania ever since.
Every
year.
See, I think this is a business ploy for Vince because of how big he is. Him being the CEO, you got to look at it again from a business point of view. So, like, with this scandal and everything that's coming out and the proof that he's been touching funds when where he shouldn't have, the other board of directors have the right to vote of no confidence, and he can sit down, losing all his shares, or he can voluntarily sit down, keep his shares, and still make his money.
And who's to say he's not like an underboss? Who's to say he's
that's
not
what I'm
nudging?
saying.
Who's to say he's not nudging?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, get Steph on the phone right now.
If you think he's not, if you think he's not still kind of managing in some micromanaging in some kind of way, you're fucking mistaken.
Yeah. He very well be acting as an underboss, but
he's got control of something.
Yeah,
but he may not have control of what's going on TV right now. But he definitely.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
I don't think.
Hold on. Let's move on. We've been on this too long. Let's talk about where wrestling is right now over the last 3 weeks. Have y'all been paying attention? Have y'all caught up? Let me ask y'all that.
We've actually been watching. No, we haven't caught up, but we've been watching the wrestling news just because we know all this shit has been going down and hitting the fan, and how Triple H he's like allowing words, and people are coming back, and I see the rumor mill is like on fire right now. Sasha and Naomi might be coming back type shit.
Oh, that's happening.
It's a whole lot of shit.
I can
it's people looking to jump from AEW to come back to WWE right now.
I can very well
see that's wild as shit.
Hunter and Vince going over. Okay, Vince, I'll do this for you while you take a back seat. However,
I don't think
I wanted in my contract that you can't do this, that, and the third, and you gotta let me run my show.
You know what I think's happening? Do you remember when Triple H had his heart attack?
I think Stephanie is taking control of this company.
Yeah. She has to. She doesn't have a choice. Hold on. It's bad business to have Vince out front right now.
When Triple H had to leave wrestling leave NXT when he had that heart attack, when he had the heart issue,
right?
And as soon as he left, Vince McMahon fucked this shit up. He started firing all his people. He changed NXT from the black and gold brand or whatever this rainbow colored shit is right now.
Yep.
He fucked that up.
He fired all the talent that Triple H had there.
Yeah.
He fired all the trainers and everything. Only thing he left was Shawn Michaels.
That's it.
So here's the thing. Now Triple H is head of creative.
Listen.
And what do you see now? He brought back Karrion Kross. He brought back Dexter Lumis. He brought back Hit Row tonight.
I saw that. I did see Hit Row was back.
I'm telling you right now, and everybody knew this. Everybody fucking knew this. Soon as Vince McMahon stepped down and Triple H was head of creative,
it was gonna be
was gonna change, and it was gonna be
it was gonna be better.
Don't get me wrong. I love WWE. I enjoyed the product under Vince.
Yes.
But Triple H
is a whole different animal. Triple H is a pro wrestling fan.
Hold on. Let me tell you the biggest thing amongst all of that, and it may be second to all of this stuff that you're talking about, but it's a big ass fucking thing. They're going from PG back to what is it?
14.
Rated 14.
Yeah, something 14. I can't.
TV 14.
TV 14.
So
that's huge.
With that, because people were always wondering what the fuck was the downslide with WWE in the last probably 15 years, and it's been the PG era. It's the PG era. It sucked. I'm sorry. They had moments, you know what I'm saying, because you can work around and you get lucky every now and then, but
y'all know
I'm not shitting on.
Y'all know soon as Steffi became CEO, that shit happened. This shit was all in the works.
She appointed Triple H so quick. This shit.
They had to been sitting back as husband and wife. They had to been sitting back, knowing that this
do you see
coming.
This? You knew this is about to happen.
The way the shit rolling, and I'm telling you, everything on these programs have changed.
I did see
the wrestling is better, which the wrestling in WWE was always good. Really
they said they're not going to have scripted promos.
There is no script. Well, I can't say there's no scripted promos, but it's loosely scripted. It's very loosely scripted.
They were heavily scripted in the PG. I mean, in the PG era, scripted.
It was all scripted. Only maybe Cena got to talk without a script. a few other people.
Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Now
you got the Paul Heyman.
Now you can tell like people are comfortable in their skin to talk. The wrestling has been better. The product as a whole doesn't even look the same. They coming out, they trying to shock people. They
brought back Dakota Kai, okay?
But here's Vince McMahon's way of booking it. Hey, next week Dakota Kai will be on Raw. No, they're shocking people, and Dakota Kai will just come out without nobody knowing. Mm-hmm. So just the overall feel of where everything is.
You have to leave something in the tuck to be able to wow people, and I feel like Vince has kind of lost his way with that.
Well, Vince is a promoter, so Vince
can book a match like a motherfucker.
Vince can book a match. Paul. Vince don't care. Vince don't care about the wrestling fan. Vince cares about getting a new wrestling.
He cares about a look.
He cares about that, but he wants to get a new eyeball. So how can he do that? I'm going to promote when Brock Lesnar is going to be on the show. But how do you cater to wrestling fans? You surprise them. You wow them.
You have to. Yeah, you have to. Because if you don't have surprises, like think of how surprised we used to be back in the day. Like, I don't know, like Rock would have a movie getting ready to come out. And we would think he would come to Raw, but then he would show up at Raw. We didn't know. It wasn't ever on the card. It wasn't ever like, oh, The Rock's going to be here, blah, blah, blah. You just hear the music after a segment. And you be like, oh, shit, I didn't know he was coming. Holy shit. Or you hear the glass break or something like that.
We talked about that before. I think it might have been me, you, and Ty. And we were talking about something, and I was like, well, wrestling fans, we don't really need to see that type of action. We just need to be surprised. And I brought up the analogy, when you hear the glass, Stone Cold don't have to go down there and beat up anybody.
Nope.
All you got to do is hear the glass break, and you like, oh,
it's about to be a crazy ass promo.
Shit. Yes, something's about to happen.
Something's about to happen. You don't know what, but something is gonna happen. Same with The Rock. Same with like a Mick Foley or something like that. When somebody like that comes back to WWE, you like, oh shit, something big is about to happen.
Paul is definitely right though. Vince McMahon is a promoter, and that's what the difference in the program and how it's going to grow is going to be, from the hands of a promoter to the hands of somebody that's actually
a wrestling fan.
Yeah,
a wrestling
Triple H has been the fan,
a professional wrestling fan.
Thank you.
Exactly. He started out as the fan, and then he grew to be, in the back tuck, and then he came from the back tuck to the front. Then he was all the way in the front in the spotlight. Like
this to me
where every last one of them has been, so he knows exactly where.
This to me opens up more doors for somebody like The Rock to be able to walk through for a little short program and then just walk away.
But they already they didn't. The dirt sheet said the plan for Rock and Roman is still what they're going for
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Rock versus Roman, we're probably gonna get that, which I'm looking forward to that. But before we even change the next subject, just look what he did for Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa wasn't doing shit on WWE.
Listen,
he's been a headline event. Like
I think
you see the old Ciampa now.
Listen, as Nina, I've been a Tommaso Ciampa fan when motherfuckers didn't know who he was and hated his guts.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
He has been. Him and Gargano
I was about to say that.
Swerve and a few other motherfuckers have been the best thing smoking on WWE TV.
If you used to be a wrestling fan,
saying on NXT, on WWE TV,
right?
They were hot.
If you used to be a wrestling fan and you want to get back into it, now is the time. It's about to get crazy. But what I want you to do is go look up Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano 1, 2, and 3.
Oh my God!
Stop! Because I was pulling my motherfucking hair out. Let me tell you, I couldn't listen. I was so torn.
Those matches to me go up against some of the best 80s and 90s matches.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm not
even
I'll give you
that rivals Ric Flair Steamboat. That rivals
Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels.
Stop
Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. Like it's so great, and the storytelling with the wrestling is so great. You gonna sit back like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
And then his wife get involved.
Them matches.
Go watch that shit.
Brutal.
Go watch go watch Ciampa versus
fucking
Gargano 1, 2, and 3.
And 3. Listen, before we get out of here, I know I keep saying it. Here's the thing, and I'm just so excited we actually talk about wrestling. No, listen, I wanted to always talk about wrestling, but it's just never nothing big enough actually happened for me to talk about it, especially back when me and Ty did the show by ourselves. But this year we had, Naomi and
professional
Sasha
wrestling's
Banks.
nose is wide open right now.
You had MJF. You had this whole event. Like, it's just been so big.
Professional wrestling's nose is wide open right now. I'm telling you.
Just like you said, it's now you got people were running from WWE to go to AEW. Now they see Triple H.
Yep, it's time to come back home.
Now they're all trying to come back, and Tony Khan got to be scared. He's about to lose. He's about to lose MJF. MJF, and again, before we get out of here, MJF has not been on AEW programming since.
Still since that.
I just have one inquiry. What the hell are you doing as a company when the owner and the person that backed it and put his name out in front of it tells you to kiss my ass and goes back to where he came from?
I said that when he left. People are
like, what the fuck are y'all
people
doing
undermined it like a motherfucker, and I want there to be something to rival WWE, so WWE doesn't get complacent, so they don't get lazy, so they don't get full of themselves.
Under Triple H.
Not now, not under Triple H.
I've seen way too much of NXT.
Hold on. That's what I was about to say. This could very well be the end of AEW, and I'm saying that not like they might be a defunct company, they're gonna go out of business or anything like that. I'm saying as far as catching them in the ratings, it's about to shift so bad because
they never really even got close.
Well, no, I'm saying it's because like the whole going back to TV 14, that's big. They lost a lot of Attitude Era people because of that solely. So those people are hungry to jump back into. Yeah, they're hungry to jump back into some WWE programming. So I don't know, man.
Dragging out the John Cena train.
This is about to get
it's
ugly
what the
for
kids
AEW.
Loved and liked, so they was like,
"Oh, get off of it though." Bring back the Fiend. Thank you, appreciate
it. That's happening. Give it 2 weeks. Give it
and the Demon King.
A month, we'll see the Fiend.
Just let Fan have the Demon King, please.
Demon King's still around.
Demon King.
Let's move on. All right, so. This is probably not going to be a long topic, but let's give Serena Williams her flowers. She
greatest athlete of my time right now.
Top 5. Well, I would say top 3.
I was going to say,
and when I say
female, greatest athlete.
Here's why. And I'm looking at dominating the field you play in, dominating.
So that's
like who else has dominated? You got Federer. You can argue Federer. You could argue her sister for a little bit before Serena came, and yeah, Serena just took her spot.
What's the other?
You got Jordan. You got.
What's the other dude?
You got
what's the other dude with Federer? It's another dude with Federer too.
You're talking about Nadal.
Thank you, Nadal. Yes. Yeah. He up there, and I'm saying tennis wise anyway.
There's few people who dominate their sport to the point. Or Tiger Woods, I forget about that. Few people who dominate the sport to the point where soon as you step in the court, field, pitch,
I say
soon as you get
to that first name basis, it's like
and you intimidate people.
Yeah,
it's few people like that. I was watching something with Tiger Woods. Not too long ago, and he was just giving a speech or whatever, and he said, I can only control me. I can't control how people feel when I step on this golf course. So if I intimidate you, fuck you. He said that. Tiger fucking Woods. He said,
I would expect nothing less. I would expect nothing less.
It's few people that can get on whatever field they playing on and just take people out of their game mentally before they even play it. Jordan, Brady, Kobe, Serena Williams.
Serena Williams, definitely. It's motherfuckers be shaking in their boots. They got Serena the first round of Wimbledon. They shaking. Right. They like, oh shit.
So let's give her flowers now. I mean, she ain't retired yet. She still got some left in the tank, but she's hinting towards it.
She's hitting, man. I hope she don't. I hope she do make
ain't
another
been the
little
same.
run.
It's I hate seeing people in this part of their career where you know.
No, I just want her to rest up. I want her to rest up and do one more, man. Win one more major.
She won a match not too long ago, but that was the first one in a long time.
I need her to win a major. She need to rest up real good for a major and then go out with a win.
I don't think
like
it's in her, bro. I don't
you don't think so? You don't think so?
I don't think it's in her.
I never doubt an athlete like that out. I never did. And it's like and I hate to keep harping on that. It's like when Kobe scored the 60 in his last game and people will harp up and down about how many shots he took. And no, do you not understand the magic of it? What player have you known that was going out to retire that just gave you 60, 50, 40 they last game?
Right.
You knew it was their last game, and they went out and they just gave you a fucking show. Like you gotta throw your hat off to that, man. So I would want her to. I thought Brady was gonna do some shit like that. I honestly thought Brady was going to do that shit, and I would have respected him a little bit more than I do.
He shouldn't have. He should have
stayed retired. After he won that one for Tampa Bay, he should have stopped, bro.
Yeah, I totally agree.
He should have stopped. He got that bug now. And
is he coming back again?
He supposedly is. Kobe talked about that bug. He was like, you just get that bug of just winning.
Jordan
just want to keep doing it. Yeah, Jordan had it bad.
Jordan had it bad.
I think Serena had it bad too, though. Yeah. I actually think Serena had it bad. Like, you put your body through so much that LeBron was almost at that point, but LeBron can't close these finals. So I feel like if LeBron won more finals, he would be in that conversation too, because he's actually in the twilight years of his career too. If you want to keep it 100,
and he's still playing at a high level.
He's still playing at a high level, but you can see it. You can see it. I hate to be that guy, but I keep telling people all the time, if you look at his defense since he's been in the Laker uniform, you will understand what I'm talking about.
Like, what you mean? Look at
he just lets his man just run right past him, bro.
He gives up. You see him give up on a lot of he gives up.
There is no defensive record for LeBron James. What are you talking about? So,
it's a tribute to Serena to see her go out on something so big, and everybody, she like her hinting at it has got everybody talking about it. That lets you know the magnitude in the net she done spread across her sport and just across sports period. She got people just like, man, if she goes, that's wild. If she just hangs it up right now, that's wild. Because she's had a phenomenal ass career. I don't think there are many that can match up with her shit. It's a like for
like I said, tennis? let's give her flowers now, man.
Definitely.
Why she's
definitely
still here. But let's move on. Let's talk about some Marvel Phase 5.
Ooh.
How y'all did y'all see it? Did y'all see the breakdown?
Panel? Yeah.
You know goddamn well we've seen it.
Yes.
So let me go over the list.
Okay.
I was kind of looking for this. So we got Ant-Man and Wasp. Actually, no, you know what? Yeah, but
did you miss Black
we got some it starts at a weird point. So what do we have this year? So I only got starting next year. So this year we got
Black Panther.
No, we got Doctor Strange. Then we got Thor. Now we got Black Panther coming.
What's coming after Black Panther? No, we got Guardians of the Galaxy. No, we have I Am Groot. Or we have a Guardians of the Galaxy
the holiday thing, but I thought they canceled it or something.
Okay.
I thought I saw something that said they canceled it. I don't know, maybe they did. But
you got the She-Hulk
coming. She-Hulk is coming.
Next week.
That'll be the 18th. That's the 18th. So yeah, next week. You're absolutely right.
So
but you got that.
Wait. Is Black Panther considered Phase 5 or is Black Panther still Phase 4?
No,
it's Phase 5.
Phase 5.
Okay. It's Phase 5 because they were talking about it at the Comic-Con. This is when, because we hadn't heard any news. We knew it was coming in November. We knew they were shooting and filming, but we ain't seen a trailer or nothing till Comic-Con. So that was the let us know. But
okay. All right. So starting next year, February 17th, we have Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania. After that, we have sometime in the spring, we have Secret Invasion, Marvel Studios Secret Invasion. All right. After that, we have in May 5th, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Okay.
After that, they don't have a date, but in spring 2023, we have Echo.
Yeah.
Summer 2023, we have Loki Season 2.
Let's go.
It's supposed to have some untitled movies in there too.
Yeah. We got the Marvels coming after that. Then in November, we got Blade.
Yeah.
Ironheart. Winter 2023 into 2024. They don't have a specific date. We have Agatha.
Covenant.
Spring 2024. We got Daredevil. Now, is this the same Daredevil?
Yes.
Using the same guy?
Yes.
It is, but it isn't. It's the same. So what they're doing is they're saying, I don't even know that, honestly. What they're saying is he's gonna hint toward the Netflix series in this show, and they're definitely gonna have interactions between Charlie Cox, Daredevil, and the Kingpin. But they're not gonna go solely on what just happened in the Netflix thing. Like they're gonna try to derive their own thing, and it's gonna be like 20 episodes.
Oh,
which is crazy, right? It's gonna be like 20 episodes. I'm like, oh shit, that's gonna be crazy. So I can't wait to see it. We're supposedly, spoiler alert, we're supposed to get a look at Daredevil and She-Hulk. So
okay.
We're supposed to see the new suit, and
I could have swore I saw him in one of the.
You see him in the promotional material at the very end before they bring up the She-Hulk labeling and all of that. You see Daredevil, but you don't get to kind of see it all.
And we see the Daredevil in, I think it might have been Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. He makes an appearance because he's Tony Parker's attorney.
Tony, you mean Peter Parker?
I mean, excuse me, Tony Parker. Peter Parker. My bad.
Tony Parker.
He's I still got basketball in the brain. No, he's Peter Parker's attorney, and if you notice in the movie, he has powers because
he caught that brick like
Peter goes to catch the brick, but Charlie Cox catches the brick first.
Man, listen.
So it was a dope ass moment when I saw it. I was like,
way faster.
I was like, oh shit. Now see, this is the thing, right? I know, like it's a Thunderbolts thing coming too.
That's why. But we skipping one. We skipping Captain America: New World Order.
Oh yeah,
Then we go to the Thunderbolts, and then they kind of previewed some of Phase 6 with the Avengers. What is it? Something of Kang. What is it?
Council of Kang.
No, what is it? Dynasty of Kang.
Yeah,
Dynasty of Kang. Yeah.
Dynasty of Kang.
That's Phase 5. Some of Phase 6. What do y'all?
What I was gonna say was there's an unnamed movie in one of them phases, and I think it's Phase 5. I'm not sure, but one of those unnamed movies is Deadpool. I'm pretty sure it's Deadpool.
Do you think they're gonna put Deadpool in the universe though? Like, because he's kind of.
I think he's loosely gonna be tied to it. I don't think he's gonna have like a main story plot. He might. I don't know. They might surprise us, dude. Like Ryan is like on this wave right now.
He is.
So, I mean, what better way to like? I'm thinking a whole lot of things for the MCU right now. Like,
and it's so many.
Ryan Reynolds is somebody you could actually put out front as the leader of the Avengers right now. I'm really dead serious.
Wade out front though.
Listen. You're not Deadpool. You're not pitting him as the what do they call it? The titular regular leader. He's a de facto replacement. Somebody you can just throw in there as a substitute, like somebody off the bench to shake shit up.
Way to fuck shit up.
So I would be remiss if he's not in the big Fallout Avenger movies.
Okay.
Or he's not in the Thunderbolts because he fits the Thunderbolts criteria.
He does.
A lot.
Now here's the thing. I thought they had mentioned 2 Avengers movies.
They did.
What's
Secret
the other
Wars, Secret Wars, or Secret Invasion, whichever they're calling.
So Secret Invasion is a Avengers movie.
It's Secret Invasion and Secret Wars. They 2 different movies, I think.
So okay, no, one's a movie, one's a TV show. My bad. One's a movie, one's a TV show. Is what I'm thinking.
Seeing Secret Invasion. It's right after Quantumania. It's right after Quantumania. So that's an Avengers movie.
It's either an Avengers movie or TV show. Okay. So it's either going to be Young Avengers or we traveling to another
because they're not saying
they're
not calling it the Avengers.
They're not. They just said
because they're not going to.
So I did see something called Secret Wars though.
Yes, it's going to be an Avenger movie,
and I know that.
Right? Yes, I know that because I've read the comics. And Secret Wars is where they go to Battle World, and they basically have like the Avengers versus the X-Men. Like their teams like just fighting each other for if you've ever seen the X-Men cartoon, it's kind of like that. Okay. Where they go to Battle World, Mojo does all this shit for a TV show in the cartoon. In the comic book, I think he does it for World Destruction.
He does.
But it's a very, very good story. It's how the X-Men are interwoven into a lot of shit.
A lot of interstellar shit.
Yes, because they start going into the cosmic shit.
Yeah.
Really, really hard. And that's when they go off onto the Dark Phoenix and that type of shit too.
Yep.
So like I said, man, with Fantastic Four and all of that shit, the MCU is about to get wild. So peep out, like I said, it's gonna be all kind of Easter eggs you're gonna notice from the TV shows that are gonna start showing up in the movies now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All kinds of Easter eggs.
Let me ask y'all this. Let me say this. I kind of thought Phase 4 was kind of dry. It's not connecting for me yet.
Yeah, but I can say that
the movies individually were good, but it's still not. It's not doing this yet.
It's not connected yet. And
I would say the first 3 phases did this shit. These ones,
I would argue against you about the first phase. They tied them together at the ends of movies, but during the movies they had a really hard time of trying to like get those stories to kind of like sync together in the
I would say
very first phase.
In the middle of phase 1 you start to see
they start getting it together exactly, but very first, like
we went through a whole phase and I don't see this at all. Like some of this shit just ain't making, not that it's not making sense, it's not tying in together. As they're coming out with all these new characters and these new, hey, we gonna show you this, we showing you this, and we gonna preview this, and it has nothing to do with the next movie.
Can I suggest something?
What's that?
Watch them over. I'm dead serious. We have been watching them over, and we just got to Endgame, right? Mm-hmm. Like we just started watching Endgame.
Oh, I've watched them over. Me and my son went through them all.
In
so
order.
We've seen
no,
them. In order. In order, yes.
Since all the shows have been out.
Yes. We got all the way to Endgame. So
now we about
phase 1, 2, and 3.
So now
he hasn't seen any of the newer ones though. He hasn't seen any of it.
Now like because we've watched it all in order now because it didn't come out in order. Remember, like Captain Marvel was supposed to be out a long time ago. Yeah. You know, it's supposed to be one of the first movies. So we've watched them in order. There is so much shit that you miss watching those movies the first 2, 3 times. 4, 5, 6 times, you picking up shit like, oh shit, I didn't know. I forgot they mentioned that. Right? Whoa, what the fuck?
Yep.
I forgot about that. So it's like watching them all over again for me because watching them in the theater, which is what we did, watch them in the theater. Your eyes are everywhere because you're excited. You know what I'm saying? So when you get it home, you treat it a little different and you watch it a little different. But as you watch it more and more, and now as it's tied in with not only the TV shows that we just saw, but the Netflix shows too, because ain't no way you can't watch this and not watch the Netflix shows.
I'm gonna have to watch the Netflix shows, especially since now they're incorporating.
They're canon.
I thought that shit was some side shit.
Nope, it's canon
now.
now.
They've incorporated that shit.
And so this is what I was trying to.
Luke Cage, Daredevil. Yeah,
I'll send you the order that you're supposed to watch it in because it's a certain order that you're supposed to watch it in. So watching that, they reference the incident. The incident in those shows is New York. When Loki came to New York.
With the Tesseract. Well, I mean,
so all that shit that happened for Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Punisher, all that, and Iron Fist, all that shit happened right after New York. So now, when I watch it again, because I'm gonna watch it again after I watch all these shows, after I watch the Battle of New York with Loki and all of that, I'm gonna watch all the Netflix shows.
Okay.
Even though I've seen the Netflix shows twice now. I've seen them twice. The first time I watched them completely out of order, just watching shows.
So,
you know
all these shows take place after the incident in New York.
Yes.
Yes. So okay. I would say you could watch
when
the
superheroes
incident.
was just getting spotlight on them.
Yep. Okay. When Iron Man and Captain America first hooked up together with Widow and all of them, and they had the little fight in New York where the Chitauri came or whatever. Watch that and then start watching the Netflix shows. It's really good. Like you would think because they're on ABC or Netflix that they lost a little. They're actually pretty good. They got a lot more gore, a lot more violence and shit. There's sex in the shows, so you gotta be 18 to watch them. But it's definitely good.
What the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Is that part of it? Do I have to waste my time with that?
Don't,
that shit did not
because
look good.
let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Because how was this dude still living?
Coulson,
it's not him. Coulson, he's a robot. They pull. Okay, so you remember in the comics when? Do you remember in the comics when the first time you see Fury, he's a white guy, right?
The first time you very first meet Nick Fury in the comic books, he is a white dude with black hair. He kind of reminds you of the Punisher a little bit, but after you find out that's not Nick Fury. Nick Fury looks like Samuel L. Jackson.
Pretty much.
Like he looks like Samuel L. Jackson.
So that was Coulson. That was
Coulson.
They
adapted that story to Coulson. Now here's the thing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not canon. It is bits and pieces they took from
they reference
everybody's comic book, and none of it relates to, it's basically like what Coulson do in his spare time when he's not on missions.
When he's not on missions for the Avengers and Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. and shit. I
really wouldn't.
I've never seen it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've never seen it.
I've tried to sit down and watch it, and I've tried to get stomach through the episodes so I can see what the connection would be. But I stopped at episode 8 or 9 because the announcement came out and said that these are not canon. I'm like, well, shit.
They got a book now that tells you all the intermingling and all the all the secrets and shit to the MCU. So
it's just for Wakanda. It's just for Wakanda. It's just for Wakanda.
I'm about to try and get my hands on that shit.
Listen, I'm so mad at
it's about all the weapons in the MCU and how they came to be, how Howard made stuff, how Shuri made shit. Yeah, I definitely want to get my hands on that.
And I'm so mad at black people right now. I want to punch some people in the face about how they have their arms about Black Panther. Shut up.
What did they say? What's going on? Tell me.
People are
mad because they didn't recast T'Challa.
Yeah,
they're mad.
I think it's too soon.
Could you though?
It's too soon.
Too soon, but
it's way too soon.
That was such an iconic role. No, man, you can't shit
on the way he went out. Yeah, you can't shit on his legacy.
It didn't got so
bad. But here's the thing: in the comics, Shuri does become.
Well, that's the thing, though. That's the thing, Ice Cold. A lot of people don't let go of the fact that the Black Panther is a mantle.
Right.
It is not a person.
Yes.
It is a mantle. Yes. It is passed down from generation to generation or from situation to situation. It has happened before. A lot of people don't know Storm was Black Panther for a little bit.
Oh, damn.
So
for a tiny bit.
Because she was married to T'Challa. So with him going missing, she is the next in line. And she's a mutant. She can take care of herself. She became Black Panther for a little bit.
But
Shuri has been Black Panther. his granddad was Black Panther. Like, is pretty much passed on. Actually, I think it was gonna get passed to his brother, but his brother fucked it up. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm saying. Like, we're trying to deal vibranium to the Americans and stuff like that. But with him doing that type of shit, he's like, nah, I can't even trust you out here. But a lot of people are mad that they didn't recast T'Challa.
And it got so bad that there's a petition on Twitter now, floating around Twitter for boycotting the Black Panther 2 movie.
Like bullshit.
I'm gonna
be in my dice sheet. I'm gonna be in my dice sheet.
Listen.
I'm going straight up there.
Listen.
So
some moccasins.
They even got Chadwick Boseman's real life brother to go on record and say that Chadwick loved this role and he agreed that it is a mantle and Chadwick wouldn't want to hog that mantle onto himself. So they should recast T'Challa.
I don't think that they should.
I get where they're coming from.
I like Cherry.
I understand both sides. I get it because.
No, let me tell you something.
That's what we do.
Let me tell you something.
And it's so easy, and it is just a character. It's not like.
Let me tell you something.
But at the same time, the person that's playing this character gave it life.
I have become attached to these people that play these characters. Right?
Exactly.
So when Tony died, I felt that. You know what I'm saying? When Black Widow died, I felt that.
Right.
So him passing in real life,
I think Black Widow coming back though, but
she might.
I mean, they can do it like Gamora, go back in time and get a younger Black Widow,
definitely could,
just like they did Gamora. I mean,
but
I'm dying to see how they get her back on.
She'll be from a different timeline, or she'll be from an alternate universe.
Yeah, I'm with all of that.
They can't do that for everybody though, like because it gets old, it gets stale. You know what I'm saying? So
I guess.
I just feel like people like when that Black Panther trailer came on, I dead ass almost got emotional.
Yeah, I got really
emotional. I dead ass almost was like ready to tear up.
You almost cried. You almost
bro, listen, Chadwick, that shit was dope to me. The first all black casted Marvel movie. And I mean, majority black cast Marvel.
We
movie.
can't say
you make me go upstairs and watch that shit, bro.
It made over $1 billion, and it was beautiful as hell. And I mean, do you know?
Michael B. Jordan played his ass off.
Listen, listen? And then somebody said something so egregious, I almost screenshotted it because I wanted to cuss them the fuck out. They said out their damn mouth that Birds of Prey and Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Were better than Black Panther. I almost slapped my mother. Listen,
I blinked real hard.
I almost went the fuck off
my timeline.
I love Harley Quinn. Let me say this.
That's just dumb.
I love Harley Quinn. Let me say that first and foremost. But the Suicide Squad movie and the Birds of Prey movie were Deadpool movies with a female character. And I stand by that to this day.
All the way.
It's ironic that you say that.
I'm the actual Harley Fiend fan. So
I saw something today that said Suicide Squad was the best DC movie that they've come out with.
It is not, though.
It is not. It is not. It is not better than that first Superman movie. It's not.
I'll give you that.
Which one? Wait a minute.
The first Superman movie
with Henry Cavill or other dude.
Henry Cavill.
That shit was dope. That shit was dope. But let me throw one better. Let me throw one just a little bit better. The Snyder Cut of Justice League was fire. Fire.
It's some stuff they could have fucking kept though. Like,
I mean, it was a 3-hour movie.
But
it was a 3-hour movie.
That you know Snyder Cut. That Snyder Cut is the best thing they
that shit was butter. I thought they
resurrected that franchise with
this shit. I was like, they should. Bro, I was like, they should have released this. I was clapping. I was like, they should have released this shit. This was dope. That is the best. They
resurrected that franchise with this shit.
The only parts that I say that they should have kept are because they like over exaggerated the long standing hero walking on the dusky sun.
If you know DC lore, they do that though.
That didn't bother me. What bothered me is
but it was going on for like 30 minutes, and I was like,
the singing. They had a singing part.
Yeah, they definitely could have kept. They could have kept
musical. What the fuck is this shit?
They definitely could have kept the singing joint. But
let's move on, man. We've been on this for too long. We got to get up out of here.
But delete this.
Do I have any? Either one of y'all any Game of Thrones fans? Ice and Fire fans?
I watched the first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones.
I have never seen a Game of Thrones episode because
call
I do not conform.
Wow.
Listen.
Wow.
It was listen.
I seen the first 3 seasons and I felt
800 billion of y'all over there watching fucking Game of Thrones. I'm still over here watching Charmed with my 8 weird ass friends. Okay.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Sorry.
What about Lord of the Rings? Any Lord of the Rings?
What's wrong with you? What? I know all the movies backwards and forwards and read the books. Stop it.
Let's go.
Yeah, me too. Read the books. Are you excited for Rings of Power?
Yes. And low key, I'm not even bullshitting. I want to kind of see what this the Gollum game looks like.
Yeah, the Gollum game. I want
to see what that looks like.
I kind of don't like the way he's drawn, but they said that the reason for the way he looks is because he's a younger Gollum thing.
Yeah, because when you see him in Lord of the Rings, he's like
500.
He's fucking old.
No, legit. He's 500.
He's literally like 500 years old. He's old as shit.
Yeah.
But back to the Rings of Power. Are you excited for that? It's gonna be on Amazon.
I want to see it.
Yes.
Y'all got Amazon? Y'all got Amazon?
Okay, I still need to.
So we can talk about that shit. So we can't talk about the House of Dragons because y'all ain't Game of Thrones fan. Y'all not.
It's not that I'm not a fan. I
just didn't finish it.
It was too much. First of all, okay. Every time I went to social media, it was fucking Game of Thrones. This Game of Thrones. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
So you watch it? You're not watching it. I do begrudgingly not watch it.
I am because shut up. Stop it.
I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of hate that too. Like you go online and you see people talking about it, and you might not have watched the episode yet. So people,
I didn't watch.
Like, shut the fuck up. Why are you talking about this right now?
They got to like season 5 and everybody was like spilling the beans about the episode on Facebook and Twitter. I was like, I'm never watching this fucking show because I didn't fucking tell.
Listen, nobody's talking about it now.
So I know. That's why I said I can sit down and watch it now. Really I'm just saying, I never said I wasn't a fan. I'm just
actually, you know what? Do me a favor. Before you watch it, see, here's the thing with Game of Thrones. The last season got a bad rap because a lot of people.
I heard that.
Here's the reason why. There was a lot of people that were in y'all boat that never watched this shit. So they wanted to be with it. And they crammed 7 seasons into 1 fucking month. So they can be in the know and watch the end of Game of Thrones with everybody. Now, here's the thing.
They rushed and watched the shit.
They didn't understand the character of one. They didn't understand the character that one of the characters. So instead of looking at her as a protagonist, instead of looking at her as an antagonist or someone in the middle, they were always looking at her as a protagonist.
Okay.
No, this bitch was evil from the start. You just had to kind of see it. She was no different from an evil ass father. You just didn't see it because you thought it was cool
tuning you up to it.
Right. You thought it was cool because she was flying around on fucking dragons. No,
so we talking like Morgana from our cheesy ass Merlin show. Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Morgana.
Well,
I like that show.
Merlin was evil. Yeah, he was.
We talked about this before.
We did.
Talked about this before.
Cheesy as fuck, but I loved every minute of it.
Merlin was actually really good though, but I mean, it's cheesy as shit. But
it's cheesy and it pisses you off.
Yeah, because you like, how the fuck these motherfuckers don't know he Merlin?
Fuck, man, dude, slip up or something. And he didn't find out to the very end that he was Merlin.
Man, like you, all them strange coincidences. That one time you saw light come out his hand, bro.
That shit will frustrate the fuck out of you. But anyway, back to what I was gonna say. If you're gonna watch Game of Thrones, read the books first because it's more character in depth.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, the books are really good, and they differ from the show a little bit, but you'll know more about the character of people.
Right.
What's his name? I
Give you
forget
more
his
background.
name. What's the writer of Game of Thrones, Song of Fire and Ice? His name ain't. It's late. His name ain't coming to my mind.
That's not.
He's really good at making you think you know a character, but you really don't know them. Like he can make you hate someone one season, or make you hate someone in one book and love them in the next. It's fucking crazy. I've never seen a writer do this. That will make you think you know someone and make you loathe this character.
I got
wind
one.
Up cheering for the character.
I got one, and it's gonna punch you in the gut. You ready?
What's that?
Severus Snape and J.K. Rowling.
Ooh.
She wrote the shit out.
I'll give you that.
I hated this motherfucker all the way into
Here's the thing. I never disliked. I actually liked Snape.
Fucking mad. I did too.
I liked Snape, man. Snape was cool.
From the jump. I like it's something about him. I like
the actor who played Snape.
Yeah, Alan
Rickman. He was Hans Gruber. He was Hans Gruber.
Yeah, Alan Rickman is my nigga. Listen.
Rest in peace to Alan Rickman. Dog.
I just like when he was like, Mr. Snapes, we just knew. You just knew.
That's my shit.
I like Snape, man.
That's my shit.
But
he also played Marvin from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He's my favorite. He's my favorite.
But yeah,
the press robot.
you hit the nail on the head with that one. But I'm talking about something like more back and forth.
Okay.
So you didn't know to the very end.
Right.
No, you didn't. You was like, this motherfucker Snape ain't adding up. You didn't know what it was, but you was like, I don't know. This you didn't know
to the very end. Yeah. With Game of Thrones, like you can go from like, okay, it's a character named Jaime Lannister. The first time you meet him, he is this ruthless motherfucker who fucks his sister. You hate the motherfucker. You get to know the motherfucker and know he's actually pretty good inside. But then he'll go back and do some snake shit. But then he'll come back and do some good shit. You're rooting for him. His fucking sister. You hate this bitch all the way for 4 seasons. And then they can do some shit to her that's unfair. And you kind of sympathize with it because you know from your perspective that's what you would do. Sounds and then you hate the bitch. And this motherfucker will kill somebody you love.
Over his
you sister? Can love a motherfucker. This is the main character of the show.
That sounds like anime. Wait a minute.
Well, like I said, if you're gonna, before you watch Game of Thrones, read the book. Don't fall in the category with a lot of people that try to cram 7 seasons into 1 month just so they can fit in and have something to talk about.
I can't watch shit like that.
I'm
more of a, if I fall asleep on it or I feel like I missed some shit, I'll watch it again.
I will admit there were better seasons than season 7, but it is not as bad as a lot of people tried to make it out to be. They just didn't get what they wanted. Fanboys didn't get what they wanted, too. And everybody know on here how fanboys are. They don't get what they want, they will complain.
Oh my goodness.
All day.
Yep. All day. Goodness. That's all I got, man. Y'all got anything else? You were talking about Xbox versus PlayStation.
Oh my
God. What's going on?
I'm so sick of. I have them all. I don't have these.
I don't even want to. I'm so sick of it, bro.
So
these peasants. I don't have time for the squabbles of peasants.
So no, look. So PlayStation and Microsoft throwing dirt at each other again.
Oh shit.
PlayStation, because you know that Brazil committee or whatever, their court and shit is all public. So whenever they do something arbitrary for court or anything like that, it leaks to the news immediately. Mm-hmm. They were asking Sony in Brazil about the acquisition between Microsoft and Activision Blizzard. And Sony was basically saying like they didn't think it was a good idea because of a game like Call of Duty and how there's nothing like it. There's nothing that rivals it. It's a unique game, blah, 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 this, that, and third. So Microsoft come back and says like a few days later after they found out what Sony said and was like, well, we're not stifling the growth of their subscription service like they're trying to do us. Because Sony has been paying Square Enix money to keep Final Fantasy VII Remake off of Xbox Game Pass.
Okay.
They've offered Microsoft has offered Square Enix a check for Game Pass, but Square Enix has had to decline because they have accepted money from Sony, saying that they'll keep it exclusive and not on Game Pass. But see, this is my thing. As these two companies looking at it from each other's direction and point of view, I would do the same shit. Like, what the fuck is good? This is business.
I have a question.
This is what they're supposed to do. Why is everybody like, oh, my company is better because they did this and your company did that? And
see, you going too
it's
far.
A plastic box.
You going too far. You going too
it's
far.
A plastic box,
Stop.
bro. And it don't even have a tempered glass plate. Like, do you hear that? Do you hear that? That's a tempered glass plate. That's the only plastic box worth motherfucking arguing about. If you ain't got a PC, shut your dumb ass up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut your dumb ass up. I mean, if you got a PC, a laptop, you qualify for this conversation. Other than that, if you got a PlayStation and you sitting at home in your basement,
got a tempered glass.
Bro, listen, these motherfuckers don't even know what a GPU is. Like, come on, man. You are arguing over a plastic box for companies that you own no stock in. Stop it. Get some help. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
What you have to say, Nina, before we get up out of here?
I have a maybe it's just me because I'm a hippie and a stoner, and I just happy to think about certain things.
Hey, I'm about to go.
But
anyway,
my question, I'm trying to figure out what is the problem between Microsoft and PlayStation. Why would, even if, let's just say PlayStation did go, hey, I'll give you $500 million, however much, whatever.
X amount of dollars.
You're right. To be my friend. Well, Microsoft needs to be mad at little Jimmy for taking the goddamn money. What the fuck?
Listen, and Sony is
saying.
Sony is a publisher too.
Microsoft is acting like
I don't understand this.
They act like they don't own every other computer aspect that Sony can't get their fucking hands on. Shut the hell up.
Like Microsoft got all the money. Sony got all the gaming clout. Like, why can't y'all just?
And then here's the other thing, right? Little Jimmy also signed a non-disclosure agreement for not accepting money.
Why is name got to be Little Jimmy?
Because she don't want to name particular companies and shit.
Is it like R-Truth?
Yeah, she don't. Well, she just, she don't want to name particular. I think she's more so leaning toward like a Square Enix or.
Right,
I got you.
But then again, right, exactly. So little Jimmy signed the non-disclosure agreement to not accept money from Microsoft. That again was
sound like you got to go somewhere else.
It sounds like a personal problem.
That's what I was about to say. That sounds like a personal problem.
You just spent $70 billion. Like, why do you care? Like, what? And I'm looking at it from both of them. Like,
exactly.
Y'all do some crazy shit.
Exactly.
And then say this weird shit about each other behind each other's back. Like it's not about to get out. Like,
see, I mean, this is what happens when you the daughter of a gangster.
It's made up.
I'm gonna be like, okay, PlayStation, how about you give me 65% of what you offering me, and I will make my shit available to Microsoft at a later fucking date. Money.
Oh, they do timed exclusives too.
In the middle.
What do you think Deathloop was? Deathloop was a time exclusive. So
I know.
Like, it's on Xbox right now. I think on Game Pass or something. I'm not sure, but you can definitely go play it. It might not be on Game Pass, but I'm sure it's about to come to Game Pass. I thought it was on Game Pass though.
Xbox has been competing with PlayStation since the moment they thought about making a fucking gaming console.
But see, they're in two different markets though. That's the thing.
They are.
Microsoft is trying to sell a service in an environment. PlayStation's still trying to sell you hardware.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, but they keep trying to butt heads over the stupid shit, and all the idiot peons are getting involved. Like, well, my company did this, and your company did. Like, bro, like you don't even own stock in this company. You don't know your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your cousin. Nobody you know works at either of these companies. Yet you have this profound and assertive.
You got this allegiance to these motherfuckers.
Yeah, and this allegiance that you feel like you have to force on everybody else, and they have to agree with you because you're right. Like, shut your dumb ass up, man.
I'm not
Come
gonna call a kettle while black because I used to.
You're not gonna what?
Call
what?
it.
She's not gonna do what?
Not gonna call a pot.
What? No, I think you fumbled that one.
I said kettle.
I'm not gonna call a kettle while black.
Listen, because I'm black. No, I'm just as black as that kettle. Listen, I used to be at the forefront of these console wars. Me and Excelsior used to argue back in the day. Y'all remember, I know him for 14 years. Okay, we used to argue back in the day about which console was better because they had different aspects. Now
and we had different reasons for arguing because I'm arguing like just to have fun, just to stir the pot.
Because you're a contrarian.
Well,
yes.
Yeah. But
so I'm arguing. I like both. I don't give a damn. As long as the game's good, I don't give a shit.
They had
throw that shit on a Commodore. We can play.
I got 3 Xboxes. I got a PC, and if I can get my hands on a PS5, I will have one. But yeah,
but they've been
popping up lately.
Like Excelsior said, they was in different marketing. You went back in the day, like between 2008 and fucking 2014. You went to Xbox if you wanted the multiplayer, like Excelsior said, environment. You went to PlayStation if you wanted the best hardware, the sharpest games.
Best single player experience, right. I would go. The narrative
now
games
that
and
shit's
shit
commingling.
Like that. Yeah.
You can play all day with your
on
friends on PlayStation, and you can enjoy single player shits on Xbox. There's no reason to do this anymore. None.
And this is what I be saying about sports games too. There's no reason why any sports game, FIFA, Madden, 2K, whatever, should all not be crossplay.
True.
Every game out right now, Multiverses just pulled the fucking rug out from everybody. Came out cross-platform and looked at everybody like, "What? Y'all couldn't do it?"
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We got it.
At this point, every game
should be
cross-play.
If it's got a multiplayer aspect,
even among the fucking Switch.
Exactly. Dead ass.
First of all, Nintendo is the stingiest motherfuckers in the world. I swear to God, they the black people that live down the street that don't want you to know they got money, so they.
But that's kind of true because Nintendo stay out of these little spats too, which is wild because actually Nintendo is really the one that everybody needs to be aiming for.
Bet.
Yep. All right, man. That's all I got. Gonna get on up out of here. We've been running our mouth for damn near hour 30. Gotta get some sleep. We gotta get some shut eye. Excelsior, what's your social media?
You can hit me up on Instagram or Twitter at King Koopa 1982 at Instagram or at twitter.com. You can definitely hit me up. I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Excelsior24. Come hang out with your boy.
I am on Twitch as well as Nimsy69. Y'all can come hang out as well. All are welcome in the queendom.
Ooh.
I'm on Twitter @Smile_Nina. If you see him, just underscore. I'm on Instagram, but I barely check it. So if you really want to get at me, just hit me on Twitter, man. Just hit me on Twitter.
And check out From Chicago to Dummast, the Dummast Podcast. Actually, no, I just fucked that up. It's just the Dummast Podcast on YouTube. The Dummast Podcast on YouTube. The Dummast Podcast on YouTube. You can also catch it on Podbean, Apple Car. I always want to say Apple Car. Right? I do this every fucking time.
You do this every time.
Apple Podcast, Podbean, and Spotify. You can check us there. You can check us on Instagram and Twitter. The Dummast Podcast.
What about
we
your
are
Twitch?
Out. Man, I don't even remember my Twitch. I changed the name so much. I think it's Young Ice Cold now. So Young Ice Cold on Twitch, but I need to get my Twitch together. I definitely need to get my Twitch together. But other than that, we are out. Great show. Great show. I really enjoyed this.
Man, I missed y'all.
Peace. I give y'all 2. I double up on the piece.
The dose.
What Jeff Jarrett? He doing the Jeff Jarrett. You got to do the walk. If you don't do the strut,
I'm doing the strut now. Look at me.